Hey guys, Ultraman 52 here. Welcome to another Ultraman Blu-ray unboxing, in-depth look video, whatever you want to call these. Today we are looking at Mill Creek's newest Blu-ray release for their Ultraman series, or their Ultraman collection series, or whatever you want to call it. Today we are looking at the newly released Ultraman Z. Welcome back, guys. Alright, so like I said, this is the newest Blu-ray release from Mill Creek in their constantly releasing Ultraman stuff. This is Ultraman Z. Now, there's something a bit interesting about this particular series release, is that it is just the complete series. It does not include a movie because Ultraman Z did not have a movie. A bit of history on Ultraman Z and its kind of production, just to touch on it very, very lightly. Ultraman Z was released, was in the making and released during the pandemic. And hard to think that's been 5 years since then. And Z got delayed, like various other tokusatsu series, not just from Super-Rai, but also from companies like Toei with their Kamen Rider and Super Sentai series. A lot of their current shows that were going to get released that year ended up getting postponed because, again, of the pandemic. So Z ended up getting, I think, postponed for about 2 months, if I'm not mistaken, before its initial release in June. And you can definitely tell that the production quality for Z, while watching it, definitely shows that it is probably not up to snuff with some of the various other series past Z or the series beforehand. Z was the second ever Reiwa era Ultraman. I forget who was the first. Yeah, I forget who was the first Reiwa era Ultraman. But every series after Z, the production quality kind of went back up to where it usually is. So, but that's not to say that Z is a bad series. It still looks great. It's a great beginner Ultraman series, if I must say. But yeah, still really cool to, again, finally have the series on Blu-ray. It is available for free on YouTube, but of course I like physical media. I've already seen the entirety of Z in its original airing, and I personally love Z. I think Z is a great series. Again, great beginner Ultraman series too, because it has a little bit of everything there. But anyway, let's dive into it. First off, with the front cover, we have a really nice shot of Ultraman Z, or Zet as he's sometimes pronounced as. I'll just say Z because it's much easier for me to pronounce Z. So we have Z in his base form, and above and all around him we have all those different forms. We have Alpha Edge, Beta Smash, and Gamma Future. Basically the gimmick with Ultraman Z, like various other Ultraman series, they nowadays have to have some type of like weird gimmick to get different forms and all that crap. With Z, he uses metals. Very similar to Kamen Rider O's. O's used 3 metals to transform, and he would get abilities based on what metals he would use. Same thing with Ultraman Z. He used exactly 3 metals, very much similar like O's, and combine it with other Ultras to get various other forms. So yeah, again, I don't know why Super-Rai copied Toei, but I digress. Now, one thing that kind of sucks about this is I did get this from deepdiscount.com. Their packaging is still not that great. It's gotten a tiny bit better, but not by much. The top right here has been kind of smushed in, and the case is actually a bit warped because of the way it was packaged. Deep Discount, just for the love of God, just put it in like a small box with some bubble wrap around it. It's not that hard. But yeah, I can't, I don't have the energy to complain, honestly, because I don't think Deep Discount will ever actually listen. But yep, other than that, there's a side, nice picture of Z right there, the logo, and on the back we have some more stuff. We have on top there, we have, he's technically not really the villain, he's more of like a anti-hero kind of guy, really. That is Juggler. He's from actually, I believe he's from Ultraman Orb, where I believe he was the main villain of that series, or one of the main villains. So that's Juggler's Juggler up there. We have Windom right there, and King Joe Storage Custom right there. And the boy in the front, that would be Ultraman Z's final form. That is Delta Rise Claw with the Belial, I think that's how you call it. It's basically like basically the essence of Ultraman Belial in like a dagger knife thingy or whatever. Kind of cool. Belial is one of my favorite Ultras, so it's always nice to see him in a series. He's probably he's about my second favorite Ultra. Nexus is my all-time favorite Ultraman. But yeah, so really cool. Let's go ahead and get on to the next session where where we will just open it up and see what's inside. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up, or take this cover off. We get some new art here, actually. Oh, and I forgot to mention something. Ultraman Z does have an official English dub, and it is included on this release, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it says right there. English dub, you can get right there, English dub. And the really cool part, or very interesting part about this dub, is that the role of Ultraman Zero, he's actually voiced in the English dub by none other than Sean Schemmel, the voice of Goku in the Dragon Ball series. Very interesting casting choice to have Sean Schemmel be the voice of Zero, but I digress. Really cool shot of Z and Zero right there. Zero is actually Z's mentor, so it's kind of like a master and student kind of dynamic right there. Pretty cool. And on the back, we have a synopsis of the series, various screenshots from the episodes. It does say includes a free playable card from the Ultraman card game. Unfortunately, my copy, and from what I've been seeing around, almost I think everybody that I've actually talked to that has release, or from what I've seen on various forums, their copy did not come with the trading card. So I believe you have to, I think, email Milk Creek's customer support, and they'll send you a card. So that's what I did, because again, mine didn't come with a card. But yeah, so that's kind of unfortunate. But anyways, and the picture right here, very cool shot of Ultraman Z in his Alpha Edge form with Zero, and Ultraman Geed in, I think that's Galaxy Rising form. Silhouetted from the sun in the back. It's a great shot. It's a great episode too that they're in. But yeah. Now there's one thing about this release that really irks me, and I hate it. And let's open up and I'll show you. So first we have the guidebook right here. Little advertisement for the Ultraman store on Amazon. Pretty cool. We'll take a look at that in a second. So, oh, and the actual behind the thing right here, I will show that real quick. It is Ultraman Zero, Geed, and Z right there. Now, you can see the discs right there, right? Very good. So, you have disc 1, episodes 1 through 9 on there. Then you have disc 2, episodes 10 through 18. Now, mind you, the series is 25 episodes. For those of you asking, where is disc 3? Well, yep, there it is. The discs are stacked. I absolutely hate that. That is a massive, massive issue for me personally. I don't like stacked discs. It's a great way for the discs to get scratched. Granted, Blu-ray discs are much harder to scratch, but still, it's the principle. Like, I don't know why Milk Creek couldn't just get like a Blu-ray case that could hold 3 discs. It's not that hard. I have seen them. They do exist. But yeah, Milk Creek, you somehow find a way to just be cheap as shit as always. So, disc 3 is episodes 19 through 25, plus 3 bonus recap episodes, which don't bother with them. They're just recap episodes. I don't know why you even bother including them. They don't add anything new to the story, so there's no reason to even include them. But yeah, there is the 3 discs. Again, I hate the fact that disc 3 is stacked on top of each other with disc 2. That's just incredibly annoying. So let's go ahead and take a look at the guidebook, because the guidebook is actually pretty cool. So, nice shot of Z's control. I almost like control metal like Guyver. Color timer, excuse me. On the back, we have Ultraman Connection. Here we have the Hero Guide. So we have Ultraman Z or Zet. His special moves are the Zestium Beam and the Z Slugger. Transformation items is the Ultra Z Riser, where he basically puts 3 metals in the Z Riser and turns into whatever form he needs. And we have, again, that's his base form. There's Ultraman Z Alpha Edge, Beta Smash, Gamma Future, and Delta Rise Claw. I do like how they include the metals at the bottom to show what metals make up the form. Then we have Ultraman Z. His special moves are the Wide Zero Shot and the Imirium Slash, I think is how you pronounce it. Ultraman Ace, because he does appear in 1 episode. And then we have Ultraman Geed Primitive Form and Galaxy Rising Form. And the metals that make him up, make that form up at least. And we have the Anti-Monster Robot Force. We have Savenger, Windom, and King Joe Storage Custom. Here's the episode guide right there to show you all the episodes. Right there, pretty cool. Sorry for the glare. The last episode's right there, and then we have the villains. So we have Celebro, who is basically the main villain of the series, kind of like a parasitic monster or whatever. He also uses the Ultra Z Riser, which I don't know how he gets one, but whatever. Then we have SC4 Ultroid Zero, which basically is a robot version of Ultraman Zero. Weapons is the D4 Ray and the Magnolium Gatling. I think that's how I pronounce it. Then we have Juggler, pretty cool, and he uses the Dark Z Riser. And then we have the Kaiju Guide. So there's all the monsters that appear in the entire series. Mostly some rehashed ones or some reused ones from various other series or movies, so it's a bit saddening to see that. But there are some original Kaiju there, which is pretty cool. And we even get the fusion monsters. We have fusion monsters transformed by Celebro, Skull Gamora, Thunder Killer, and Pendium Zeton. They're all called the Belial Fusion Monsters because one of the 3 metals that make them up is Ultraman Belial. So, for example, like with Skull Gamora, he's a fusion of Ultraman Belial, Red King, and Gamora, hence why he's called Skull Gamora, because Red King is known as the Skull Monster. And then we have Fusion Monster transformed by Juggler, and that is Zepandon. Pretty cool. The Combined Lord Monster. Then we have Fusion Monsters transformed by Celebro and Juggler, Tri-King, the Combined Monster, and 5-King, the Super Combined Monster. Personally, I love Tri-King so much. He just is so damn cool. 5-King is cool too, but I think 5-King is a bit much with the extra arms, but that's just me. And yeah, that is it for that. And not gonna lie, pretty cool release. I do kind of wish Z had gotten a movie, but then again, I think because of just everything that had happened during the pandemic, that it just kind of was inevitable that something like this was going to happen, really. But still, pretty damn cool to, in fact, have this series finally released on Blu-ray, and we'll put it right here. Fuck it, why not? I do recommend the series. I'm very happy that Mill Creek is continuing their release of Ultraman Blu-rays. The next 2 they have confirmed is going to be in May. They're going to be releasing Ultraman Trigger, the complete series and movie. And they're also going to be releasing in, I think it's June, right? Yeah, January, March, May, June. Yeah, June. June is going to be their complete series release of Ultraman Decker and the movie. Which, very excited because I've not seen Decker or Trigger, even though both series are on YouTube for free. But again, I like physical media. I like supporting physical media because it keeps it alive. But yeah, I think this is a great release. Again, I hate the fact that Disc 2 and 3 are stacked on top of each other. That's just very annoying. I wish Mill Creek would just be smarter and not stupider. Kind of a hard task to actually do, but you know, whatever. But yes, hope you guys all enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit that bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video, like an Ultraman unboxing video, or when I go live on YouTube. But yes, hope you guys all enjoyed, and sayonara.